Hello guys, so the lighting isn't very good. The only one in this household who knows but today was a little tiring. Oh my gosh, I don't know why, it just was. There's Angel. Wait, that's not Angel. That's not Angel at all. That's so funny. Work's been good. Do I have a little bit of working anxiety? Yes, but I feel like it's always resolved by the end of the day. So that's really nice. I really like that aspect. Because basically I have to do this thing called SOQs, which stands for suggested order quantity. And basically our ERP system suggests how much of each item we need to order. And I have to look at it and see if it makes sense and either change it to 0 or change it to something to meet the minimum order quantity and make sure I'm meeting the minimum order dollar amount. Basically I have to factor in these other things like the historical usage and the MOQs to see if we should actually order the amount the system is suggesting. I'm assigned 5 locations right now, and I start work at 8:30 and I usually finish at 2:30. So it takes me about 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12. About 4 to 5 hours. Since I've started, I've been insecure that maybe that's too long. But yeah, I'm standing outside because I need fresh air, but it's also kind of chilly out here. I'm kind of cold. But yeah, I had to call my boss like twice today so we could discuss different things. I haven't messed anything up today. The other days I messed things up, but like, it's okay. This is my 3rd week. Like, what do you expect? But yeah, I'm still getting used to the flow of things. It's still like awkward trying to like move through the system like quickly. And sometimes she'll tell me things and I'm just like, what the fuck did you just say to me? That's what I wanted to tell you about how my job is going right now. Pretty well. And I actually like my coworkers enough where I wish we were in the office more often. Isn't that crazy? Look at Toby. You can't come out here because you're a cat. You're not used to seeing me like this, but this is me in my natural state. I've been taking out my hair because it's overdue. It's been 6 weeks since I've had it in. And you only want to keep in these hairstyles for like 8 weeks max. Oops. The bag right here, the thing's a mess. Yeah, I'm taking out the hair. My ends still break off as easily as ever. Usually I don't go from one hairstyle to another back to back. I usually like to have some time for my natural hair to breathe. But I feel like my natural hair doesn't even like grow or get better whenever I let it breathe. It just gets dry, and I have a hard time upkeeping it. So I might as well just put it away in a style, right? If one thing's not working, try another. But I have this whole back section left to do. It's hard to reach, so I'm gonna do what I can and then have Angel help me when she gets home from work. Which unraveling takes a while. Like, this process can take like a couple hours. That might be surprising for those of you who do not wear fake hair or who aren't black. Sometimes I reach a flow state with it, and that's really nice. But I'm having a hard time right now reaching that flow state. Yeah, I am still technically on the clock right now. I say on the clock, but of course, as you know, I'm salaried, so I do not clock in. God bless. But yeah, it's like 3:30. Yeah, and I get off work at 5:30. So, but there's nothing to do because I finished my SOQs for the day. And so I'm just doing my hair. Oh yeah, my hair appointment is tomorrow. I'm going to be doing a style like this. I'll pop it up on the screen. But yeah, I'm basically doing 4 braids with some loose pieces of hair hanging out that'll look cute. I'm very excited for it because basically I wanted a style this time that wasn't going to be all my face, because that's one thing I did not like about getting my hair done is when I have a style that's all my face. It gets tiring real quick even though it looks good. My hair done. I got my hair did. It's wrapped up in the scarf right now. But at some point I will unwrap it and I will show you. Just not now because I don't feel like unwrapping it because I might lay down again. Why might I lay down again on this Sunday afternoon, you may ask? Because I went out last night for my friend's birthday. Yes. Did I get super drunk? No. I'm a little disappointed. But it's okay. I got a little tipsy and I had a good time. And I got Waffle House that really slapped. Seriously slapped. I called it IHOP at first because I was confused. But it was Waffle House. But anyways, Angel and I just got finished watching Black Panther. She had never seen it before. Can you believe that? I can't believe that. I mean, I guess because she's not black, she didn't prioritize it in her life, which she should, because she has a black girlfriend. But that is neither here nor there. But we watched it and I cried at the end because Black Panther is such a good movie. Like, watching it years later, because it came out in 2018, I still remember like what I wore to the movie theater to go see that with my friends. Like, I wore like this African type shirt thing that I had at the time, and some jeans, skinny jeans, and I think some Converse. But it made me cry because just remembering like what the movie speaks on and seeing black fantasy in real life, as in like seeing a movie that portrays black fantasy in real life and like black excellence and beauty and tradition and culture and like respect. It's just, you don't get to see that everywhere. So when that came out, it meant a lot to me. And watching it again, I just had to cry at the end of the movie. And I never was on a side. I wasn't on Killmonger's side nor T'Challa's side, because they both had good points about whether or not they should open up Wakanda to the world. But yeah, as a black person, it just means a lot to me when I see movies that represent, that one, give black people opportunities to act in roles that are very Afrocentric, and like giving new actors opportunities to be seen, just allowing the chance for a full black cast to be a thing, because I just know the energy on that set is probably so different when it's like a full black cast versus a mixed race cast or a predominantly white cast. And rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. He played a great Black Panther, and I wish he hadn't passed. And I actually haven't seen Black Panther 2, so I don't know how they handle his real life death within the movie. I don't know if there's a third Black Panther. I think there's only 2 Black Panthers. I'm not sure. I should know this. Oops. You don't get to see all of the African diaspora represented in one place often, and this movie does that because it brings you some of the culture of African Americans in America who descended from slaves brought over from Africa, and also the culture of Africans who got to stay in Africa and build their culture and their wealth and their beauty. And just like the fact that we are all part of the same diaspora of people, and like we need to unite, I think that message is very powerful. And like Black Americans versus Africans doesn't really happen often. Our worlds don't merge very often, and in this movie it got to merge a little bit. I think that's a beautiful thing for the African diaspora in today's world. Making a YouTube channel was a brave choice for someone who does not live an interesting life. I have my fourth week of work tomorrow, so that's great. I'm taking on more locations, so I'm a little nervous about how that will take up my workday, because it will take up more of my workday. And I don't think I'll have as much time to just chill and do whatever. Hey, kitty. So yeah, we'll see if that's like a lot of workload or a little bit. There's like a lot of different rules I have to pay attention to, like stipulations and nuances that I have to pay attention to for these new locations that I'm getting. So I'm like, I don't want to mess up and accidentally forget something. Just so you guys know, SOQ stands for Suggested Order Quantity, and I help decide how much of different products we need in different locations of our branches around the country. I decide how much we order in and how many, and what gets placed on PO, and PO stands for purchase order. Why does he like sitting in the cracks? He's so weird. He's sitting like in the crack between. Ow! Don't bite me, kitty. You're annoying. Ow! 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 It's so crazy how cats' faces just like do not make any facial expressions. Okay, I guess I'm done recording for now. I have nothing else to talk about. In a couple of weeks, my parents are going to come visit me, so I'm excited for that. We're going to have fun. I only see my parents like once or twice a year because they live 5 hours away, which isn't that far away, but like I'm a grown woman with like grown woman stuff to do. So I'm like, when am I going to make time to come visit like more than that? I guess I can show you what the hair looks like. So basically I got these little boho pieces. Another spin. Hello guys. So today is Monday. Today's Monday, and I'm working from home. And I feel a little bit strung out just because I've been sitting at this computer for so long working, and like I'm not close to being done. I have a couple more locations to do SOQs for, and I just don't think I'm going to finish it by the end of the day. I think it's going to be too much for me to get done. I probably shouldn't even be spending time on camera right now talking. I should be doing the SOQs, but I needed a break. Like, I haven't stood up in hours. Like, I took my lunch break from 12 to 1, and I laid down and slept from 12 to 1 for my lunch break. But besides that, I've just been sitting at the computer the whole time. Like, it's just tricky because these SOQs, I have a couple stipulations I have to pay attention to make sure I don't like order the wrong amount of something. So I have to keep checking back in my email to look and be like, okay, what were the notes that my coworker sent me about this where he told me not to do something or to do something. So I'm having to look through those. Yeah, it's just a lot of work for one little girl. Yeah, I kind of want a snack. We have jalapeno Cheetos and Oreos, but they're in the pantry and they're locked up, and Angel has the key. Well, Angel's the only one in this household who knows the password for getting into the lockbox to keep me from snacking. I can't get my snacks. I have to wait till she comes home. Annoying. I could make popcorn, but I don't know if I really feel like doing all that. But I have been drinking water. I've decided I want to go on a drinking water journey again. I used to drink so much water and my skin was glowing. And I want to get back into that because my eyebrow person told me my skin was not good. She was not coming from a mean place when she said it. She was coming from a place of care. So I wasn't offended, but it definitely made me want to lock in, you know? I always do that. I spray the water outside of the jug. And then it drips down. And then Angel thinks the fridge is leaking, but no, it's just me being stupid. It's going to be my intention to work out today after I get off work. We'll see if that actually happens. Well, this doesn't have a lot of usage. That's not helping my argument for bringing in more. Ah, dang it. Okay. And I will change this to 20.